in the traditional sense.
We're not really your traditional rock and roll group, you know. We are different. We're a new combination of people with perhaps what would have been considered 10 years ago an absurd combination of talents, you know. So it's great that we have this new medium to expose not only new music but new groups like us, you know, who wouldn't fall into the usual rock and roll cliche way of, I don't know, just exposing themselves.
Yeah. What happened with us was we did a first single off the Sidekicks album called Lies, and we did a video for that. And it was the first time we'd ever been in front of video cameras. And what we did was we went completely over the top and thought we'll do this surrealist type video that was full of visual lies, you know, to fit in with the song. And we wrote the script and we had it all together and we found our director and everything, and then we went and shot it. And we had no idea what we were doing, and it was really ridiculous. There are things in there that we're supposed to, like, there's a scene where the leaves are blowing across and everybody's looking around. There were supposed to actually be loaves of bread floating through that French bread, but we ran out of time and couldn't afford the bread, so we had to stop. A lot of it was working to really heavy time and also very tight budgets.
There isn't a school for videos. You have to learn in public. Which is what we've done, and you can see a progression of that.
There's a sense in which a video completes a musical idea. That's the first thing. You know, you can only say so much with music alone. There's always that intriguing little extra bit that if you do complete with a video, it makes the whole thing, you know, smacks everyone with that satisfaction and more total experience. There's obviously a lot more than that as well, isn't there?
Yeah, I actually think more recently we've discovered that a good video is one not particularly that tells a story, but one that creates a mood that goes hand in hand with that song. That I think is a good video. It's the mood. It's what you can make someone feel from watching that video, not necessarily what is on the screen. It's just what you can pull out of them, out of their hearts, out of their heads.
You got love, love, love on your side. 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 I bought you sentimental roses.
With our music and all our visuals, we have to leave what we call the gap, the space, for other people's imaginations to fill. That's really important. I think that's the difference between reading a book. When you read a book and you don't have visual characters and you read the whole thing, you're relating it to your own life, your own experiences. You make up the people and they're identified with people who you know in your own life. And you must do, we find you must do the same thing with music and with visuals. You've got to have that space for imagination.
Doctor Doctor was a weird one actually, because a lot of people have theories about what the song is about, but no one seems to really know. One thing's for sure, it isn't about doctors. And I think the video reflects that sort of ambiguity. Earlier on we were talking about how important it is to leave what we call the gap, that space which is filled by, hopefully, the audience's imagination. So in other words, you never say exactly what something is. You leave room for thought and expression, you know, to bridge that gap. Doctor Doctor is a real good case in point. It's very, very abstract. Trying really to fit the mood of the song rather than to explain what it's about.
Yeah, Doctor Doctor is a sex song. It's basically just about people you have one-night stands with that come into your life, and you have brief but passionate encounters with them, and they leave.
Doctor, can't you see I'm burning, burning?
woman in the music business and you don't want to adopt the archetypal stereotype, that is, show a lot of leg and have not much control, do a few backing vocals or whatever, be pushed around a lot, then you've got to fight on your hands, because men don't really want to accept women coming in and having much control, writing their own stuff, performing, expressing what they feel in the way that they see things. And so it's really hard. I mean, the first time I ever went to have percussion lessons from this guy, it was a few years ago. It was a friend of Joe's, and he didn't actually know I was a woman, so I just turned up at the door with his congas, and he just took one look at me and said, "Forget it, honey, there's no hard woman musicians, hard woman drummers in the world," right? So I thought from that point on, I'm just going to go for it, I'm going to learn. So I spent a lot of time practicing after that, just so I could go back and show him. I mean, that's a really stupid way to behave, but sometimes it needs that. You just need a lot of determination. Also, you don't have the support of other women because you're on your own, so you don't have that sort of sympathy. And you have no role models. You have nobody that's gone before you to say, well, they did that and they did that, therefore I can copy what they did. You're just totally up front and out on your own. And you make your mistakes in public, and you often do things wrong. But I'd rather have it that way than any other way, you know. But it's good, I wouldn't change it for anything. And the other thing is, you might have a fight on now, but for my daughters and my friends' daughters, it will probably be much better.
Take me up, oh, take me up to a higher ground. Take me up so high, now I never wanna come back down. I'm glad in these hard times.
Well, You Take Me Up, we did something new, something unusual for us, which was to get out on location. We went to Portugal. We spent 2 days instead of one, and had a bit of a good time. In fact, it was a lot of fun doing this. We went to, what was it, like a quarry, a gravel pit or something, and also to an old railway station to recreate this environment of the prison, the work camp. Yeah.
And some really great things happened as well, pretty disastrous things happened. In this quarry they were using, it was actually being used as a quarry, and they had a lot of dynamite and were blowing up the hills left, right and centre. And we just missed this perfect dynamite explosion. When we got there we thought, yeah, we could have that in the video now. And then suddenly these old Portuguese men came up to us and said, you want dynamite? You have dynamite. And so they went away and set it up for us, but we were a bit close, we were running. We had to run up towards the cameras from where the dynamite went off behind. And we didn't realise it was going to be such a huge blast. So we just got showered with these rocks, and we cut our knees and got thrown all ways. It was really ridiculous, but it was quite good. And we sort of got up and thought, what's going on? And the guy behind the camera was going, great, excellent, excellent.